Okay, in this video we're going to start working with Twitter Bootstrap. The last video we installed it. So we're going to create some divs here, and we're going to give them each a class. The first one is class container, and then the next div we're going to create is a class row. And for now we're going to do one more, and we're going to do class column. And with the Twitter Bootstrap, it runs on a grid of 12 type system. So you can have 3 columns with a 4, or you put a 4 there and equals 12, or you could have done 3 and make it, instead of 3 columns, make it 4 columns, or 2 of 6, or 12 of 1, depending on how you want to do it, or how you want it all laid out on your website. So as a matter of fact, let me make this a 3, and we'll add another column on there. Alright, so now we're going to have 4 columns of 3, and just so you can see what it's going to look like on a web page, I'm going to put some verbiage. I'm going to put a paragraph in the middle of those in the middle, and put some verbiage on there, because when it was shown to me, it was just shown with background color and margin, and I was kind of like, huh? But yeah, when you put like some verbiage in there, it kind of shows you what it would look like on a website. So now I'm going to just Control save that and open up a web page, and that's how it will look. As you can see, there's 4 columns there. They're equally, sized, and then when you move it over, it's already responsive. You didn't have to do any media queries. You didn't have to do any of that stuff. It just all automatically works, and that's the beauty of Twitter Bootstrap. You can also use their nav bars, their buttons, just all kinds of stuff. So what I decided while I was filming this video was that the didn't look very good, so I decided I was gonna, the code itself as it was laid out didn't look very organized, so I decided, I'm gonna move the paragraphs over, and I'm gonna make everything look nice, because when you're on the job and you're on a project and a lot of different people are working on the project besides you, you want to make it easy for them to read. And of course, I have developer friends who tell me that depending on what organization you're at, they will have different rules of how they want it to look. So, but still, it should look nice and neat on the page as it's laid out. So, I took a little time during the video to do that, so there you go. Alright, I wanted to make sure I didn't break anything. Looks like I didn't break it. It's all still there. One of the other things I wanted to show you as well was, let's see, what was I going to do next here? Oh yeah, I was going to show you that you could put a class of, you can name the class whatever you want. So right here I name the class 1, and you can style it in CSS now. You can style all the divs by typing .1, and you could give it a background color, size, width, height, whatever you want, margin. I think I did a margin top like 0.1% or 0.5%, something like that, just so it would pull away from the top a little bit. I felt the need to show you that so you would see how it could look possibly on a website. And it's still all responsive just like that. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I wanted to show you how you could change the size of the columns. The MD stands for medium. You could use large, extra small. You know, you could size the columns however you want there. I think I went extra large there. And Control Save. So now you're going to have extra large columns. And with the extra large columns, they already lined up one on top of each other. It was before they were next to each other. And then I think I did extra small next. Now, if you don't want them to ever line up on top of each other, you can just make them extra small. And instead of lining up, they'll just completely shrink and get smaller and smaller and smaller. Just like that. And they never lined up on each other. They went side by side and got longer. So just different things. There's also a lot of you can do with Twitter Bootstrap that I'm not even going to get to in this video. It's just too much information. When I was showing it, they did a whole bunch of stuff. Now we're going to do fluid, container-fluid, and then it stretches out the whole website. So the container I had, which is container, I put a -fluid next to that, and it stretched out the web page all the way across that way. And it's still completely responsive. So container fluid does that. And what we're going to do now is I want to show you that you could do nesting within the divs. So I titled it "2Nested," but I didn't have to because I deleted the styling for class 1 there. But either way, I decided, oh, okay, well, I still wanted to look good. So I took some time to be able to kind of make the div come out there. Just trying to make the code look good so that whoever I'm working with will look at the code and it won't be completely confusing, like what is he doing? And all the divs are not even, I don't know where the divs start or where they end. So I put the div, the ending of the div, the closing div tag there, and I'm going to move the paragraphs over because I'm going to insert another div column here, and I want it to look nice. So this video taking a little longer than the other ones, but there's just a lot to show you, and honestly, we're not even going to get into a lot of the stuff that you could do with Bootstrap. You can actually do offsets on columns where, you know, they're kind of offset, and you could do a 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 3, and as far as the column sizes and stuff, where they're kind of offset on the page. I'm not even going to get into that right now. When I was shown it, I was shown everything all at once, and it was just kind of too much information to keep it all in my head. So maybe I'll do another video and show you the rest of it later. But I created a class there of "2Nested," and I'm going to close the div there. And I did the same thing for the other divs as well. I think I'm going to have to get a video editor so I can edit some of this. So I'm going to put two nested there as well. I could have kind of done what I did before, where I just went and I typed it all at once, but that's okay. And then the whole purpose of these videos is to teach people, how to create a website using HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap and all that stuff. But part of it also is, as I'm learning it, I'm trying to, we call it, commit it to long-term memory. So if I took the time to make a video and demonstrate how to do it, that's gonna stick in my mind a lot better than, okay, I just learned it one time and I never use it after that. So next time I need to use it, it'll be there, it'll be in my mind. Oh, and if it isn't, I can go to YouTube and watch the video and, oh yeah, I remember how to do it now. I remember when I did the video about that. So, I hope these videos are helping you, and I'm also doing it to help myself. And who knows, maybe someday I'll teach a class on Bootstrap or something and actually get paid to do it, because I'll have all this knowledge. So okay, so I nested all the divs and I created a class called toNested. Now on CSS you can, what I was going to show you is that it automatically creates margin when you nest items. So in order to show you the margin, I'm going to style it and give it a background color of, so toNested, background color pink. And I was going to try to show you that when you nest it like that, it automatically gives a margin in between them. See, that margin wasn't there before. So it gives you margin, and it still styles, it's still, it's responsive. And that's Twitter Bootstrap. Hope you enjoyed it. There's a lot more you can do with it, but it makes your page completely responsive with very little effort. And if you notice, I use absolutely no media queries at all. It's just responsive on its own. So thank you, Twitter, for creating that. And there'll be another video shortly. We'll continue coding with HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and so on. And I removed the fluid on the sides there so you can see what it would look like. Thanks for listening.